What is going on, guys? It's Risk Instinct here again today, and welcome to my channel. Now, in yesterday's video, in my haste, I forgot to actually give my opinion on Titanfall. That's not like me to usually forget those sort of things. So, nevertheless, since it was a two-topic video, I thought, well, it wouldn't hurt to make a separate video about just that anyways. So this video is just going to be basically my opinion on Titanfall. Titanfall 2, you might not agree with everything I say, but, you know, that's fine, everyone has their own opinion. Now, I think it's only fair that I give my opinions on what I like and what I dislike, and I can honestly say there's not a lot that I dislike about this game. And that's a really strange thing for me. Usually I can find at least 5 things that I hate about a game, but I gotta admit, I really cannot find 5 things that I hate about this game. Like, there's a few small things, but, you know, nothing worth bothering with. Like, the only 2 things I could probably think of that I dislike a lot, the only 2 things I can really think of that I actually dislike about Titanfall 2 is the fact, one is, I think this is my personal opinion, but I think some of the automatic weapons do a little bit too much damage at, like, longer ranges. Which is probably why you don't see a great lot of snipers, which is good, because I feel special. The other thing is Reapers. Oh, you know those little miniature Titan looking things? They are an absolute pain in the ass. Not so much that they're in the way that they're deadly dangerous or anything, but they always get in the fucking way. Whether they're on your side or whether they're on the enemy side, they're forever getting in your way, and oh god forbid if they run into a doorway, or like an opening to a sort of a doorway, that good luck trying to get through, that's all I can say. Things that I actually like about Titanfall 2. Now there's quite a few, but I only sort of picked out a few things. But the sidearms were one of the things I noticed. Sidearms are absolutely excellent in this game. More towards the pistols is what I'm talking about. They're not underpowered like in a lot of shooters. If anything, some of them are probably a little bit too powerful, but you know, it's acceptable. They don't have like 30 bullets in them, so that's cool. Another thing I really like about Titanfall 2 is every little selection you make for your character, it can alter the way you play the game completely. It can give you a total advantage over the enemy at a certain point if you use it in a tactical way. The Titans in Titanfall 2, they're absolutely amazing the way they go. I like how also the developers have gone through the hassle of making sure that places where you're not supposed to be able to get the Titans, I haven't found one where, you know, where it sort of looks like, you know, the developers might not have wanted you to take a Titan there. But I haven't found an area like that where I could actually get the Titan to, which is really good to see, because often if you get into places like that, you tend to get stuck, and that'd be a real pain in the ass. But so far what I've seen, the developers have done a really, really good job of just making sure you can't get the Titan stuck anywhere. I absolutely love how every little bit of equipment in the game, as I said before, it can completely change your playstyle. The way the player mechanics sort of work, that's pretty damn good too, I gotta admit. Like, the free running and that's pretty good. The only thing I did notice is sometimes it can be a real pain in the ass to try and get through a fucking door or a window if you're free running, or if you're just trying to jump straight at it, because sometimes your dude will just sort of start running across the wall and then he sort of just stops. And it can be a real pain in the ass. Like, it doesn't happen a lot, so it's not a real great deal. Now I picked up my copy really cheap because they're having a big sale over here, which is great for me. So for what I paid for the game, I'm very happy with it. Like it's a really fun game. Even if your teammates aren't doing their job, because you never really feel as though they're not. The game has a pretty good community too, from what I've seen so far. Also, I like how they've made it so the grapple hook is a choice. It's not something that you just get within the game. So you have people fucking like zipping everywhere. You can have the choice of really good mobility, because the grapple hook is really good. It can be a pain in the ass to use sometimes, especially when you're first starting. Or you can have the choice of like active camouflage and those sort of things. So that brings a whole new aspect to the game. You don't just have people flying everywhere. Could you imagine? It'd completely downgrade the game if you got the grapple hook for free, and then you could choose something like active camo or something like that. That'd really fuck the game, I think. So I'm kind of glad that they made that its own little thing. But all in all, is Titanfall really worth the money that you pay for it? Yeah, it's really awesome. Like, I can't believe more people don't play it. Like, I only sort of picked it up because it was cheap, but it's really good. Like, obviously I know a lot of people do play it, but you'd think a lot more would play it than what they do. I think one of the things I really like the most about it is you don't have to hit people like 400 times for them to die. My favourite Titan at the moment is probably Scorch. I'm loving Scorch at the moment. He's so fucking awesome. If you can use all of his stuff that you can get in a tactical manner, then he's quite effective. You can even take on multiple Titans at once with him. So I'm really liking him at the moment. Plus I got a really cool camo with it, and like a war paint thing, and he just looks absolutely fucking awesome. But yeah, if you have some spare money around and you're thinking of giving Titanfall 2 a go, then definitely do so, because it's really worth it. It is an awesome game. It can be a little bit frustrating at first, I have to admit, till you learn the ropes, but all in all, it is a really solid game. Anyhow, it's been Risk Instinct. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I shall see you in the next one. Later, guys.